right. Okay, good. Yeah, first things first, my name is Alejandro. I am an AI platform engineer. So normally my realm will be on terminals, Kubernetes, queue system. Any engineers in the room beside me? Okay, good, we have some. So yeah, I work for a company called Magnific, formerly known as FreePick. And just to give you some data, well, it's one of the AI apps where companies spend their budget. We are number 4, just behind Anthropic, OpenAI, Anthropic, Replic. We used to be FreePick, now we are Magnific. So yeah, everything started like in 2010, and for us, a moment that changed everything was the first image of DALL-E. I don't know if you remember that image, the avocado chair or the horse being ridden by an astronaut or something like that. That changed our mind. It just blew our mind to see where the world was going. So that was in 2021, and in that moment, our CEO decided to pivot the whole company, a 500 company, so he pivoted towards AI. Yeah, 2026, now we are not FreePick anymore, we are Magnific. So just to give you a little bit of background, we do handle the platform more than 7 million generations per day. That means that it will be between all the requests, more than 3,000 requests per second. So you can imagine that's a heavy load into all our servers. And I wanted to speak especially about 2 things. First, our experience with AI. I don't know how many of you have been playing with Gen AI, but in the last years, or better say, with the last changes, it really feels like things are really, really wild. So let me see if I find it.
That's an incredible background.
Yeah, sorry, I'm a troll by heart. So I don't think there is anything funnier than have a Windows background. Okay, let's see. Here should be. Yeah. Let's see if this works properly. I don't know if the audio is going to be down, but.
Audio is going to come from your laptop.
Okay, perfect. Anyways, okay.
Breathe in possibility. From first light to
Few years
distant
ago,
skylines, we carry you beyond limits.
Something
with
like that
thoughtful
will be
service and calm
completely
confidence.
unimaginable that could be done by
Welcome aboard
AI.
Wireless Air.
And now from
Your
zero
story waits
up,
above the
everything
clouds.
is AI. Voices, images,
Oralis
all the
Air.
video. I'm not a
Elevate
marketing
every
person.
journey.
Somebody did this for me. But I mean, I think it's amazing to see where we are as techs or nerds in tech. So our mission, the goal for Magnific, is to empower users to do those type of things. This is one of the tools that we use to do those things. It's called Spaces. It's a node-based system that basically allow you to mix all the different tools from text to image, image to image, AI or LLMs to image, so on and so forth. And this was all the video you saw was engineered by LLMs. For example, here we have different nodes where we ask things like, okay, write a script for a short airline commercial that shows all the passengers' journey from the airport to board to the plane, so on and so forth. So everything that you saw in the video was not somebody sitting on the chair design everything, was using LLMs. And by doing that, then the LLM just gave all this information, the different scenes, all the camera movements, and you could start to see these images from the video that you just saw. And now we can turn all those images into video, plug them in, and from there just have that final video that I will not show from here because Wi-Fi sometimes is getting stuck. But this is one of the things that we have been seeing users doing more and more. We have different use cases from people that are taking like ethnicities, all the different languages. I mean, if you're running a campaign, probably if you go globally, you will need to have languages in English. You have to do your campaign in English, Spanish, different languages. And now, if we merge all of that information, if we merge, okay, I want to make a campaign, and the campaign is going to be about, this type of shoes. Now you can plug that to an LLM and ask the LLM, what is the target audience? How that should look like? It will just start building up from there on how things could be managed. So all this was done by an LLM. I like to say that it was somebody from marketing that was co-piloting all these type of tools. But the results are amazing. Again, I am not somebody who works in marketing or in design. I'm more in the background, working, trying to sustain all those systems. So just to focus a little bit on that, I would like to jump into some hands-on. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Docker, Kubernetes. So, okay, you suffer my pain. So hopefully it will work. And if not, yeah, pleased to meet you. So basically here we have Grafana. I think Grafana, almost anybody who works in tech know this amazing tool. Right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to simulate with some difference and some caveats what all our infrastructure looks in the background. This is an open repository. If you want to have access to it, just let me know. I can share it with you. It's quite straightforward. So the idea here is going to be, I'm going to try to launch thousands of requests against this system and try to see how it behaves. So in order to do that, I already have my cluster up. Yeah, this is a K3D cluster. It's running locally, so I'm not going to be connected to an external machine or anything like that. Everything that runs, it's going to be locally, except for the image generation. Although it's a powerful laptop, it will take very, very long to run it. So yeah, let me try to launch it. So what I'm going to do is going to build the image, it's going to deploy that image into the cluster, and once it's deployed, we'll start to see this deployment. It's going to do a simple load test, and this is going to start generating all those requests. So hopefully, if I'm not mistaken, okay, there we are. Sorry for the images. An LLM wrote the prompts. So now you can see that there are more images coming. If you know the networking, you can see that how all the different images are starting to load up. This is live. If I stop the deployment, everything will just stop down. And one of the cool things, if you saw that green line there, those are my workers. Those are the workers that are actually working to generate all those images, pulling from the different queues, and doing all the work. So in order to do that, I wanted to share with you, our current infrastructure. So basically, what we have found as a company that has to suffer all the different requests is that this is the system that is working the best for us. Normally what happens is that you have a ton of user requests, and then you need to to amortiguate all those requests so your system doesn't die. 10 years ago, all the requests should be resolved in less than 250 milliseconds, but now we have a bunch of models that can take up to 5 minutes to generate an image or a video. So this is the simple system that we design, is just to have a queue system. All the requests will come, will get in a queue. I like to call it that it's very similar to go to Disneyland when you are just waiting to get into your ride. Obviously, you can put a lot of market rules here. If you have premium, fast pass, or whatever, you can go ahead. Otherwise, you need to wait until it's your turn. And then you take all those queues, all those requests, put it in the storage, pass it to the worker consumers. We do have something we call the inference balance. And what that allows us is not to put all our eggs in one single basket. We have different providers, and if one of those providers fail, we can automatically switch to a different one. So that is why we have the provider balancer or a single provider, so on and so forth. So the idea behind it, or what I wanted to share, is that when systems get complex, it's not only about vibe coding. Understanding all the infrastructure, understanding all the things that happen underneath, it's really, really important. And that's why, in our opinion, this is the design that worked the best for us, and hopefully might be something that can work for you. When we go into the different metrics, we can see that now is 13 requests per second. For something that is running locally, it's not a bad metric. And automatically, we can see how in the last 2 minutes, it jumped from one single worker to 15 workers, just in order to resolve all those images that are continuously being loaded. So just in this amount of time, it's more than 140 requests. we could keep punching now the system. So yeah, again, I don't know if any of you have any questions, anything that you would like to ask, please just feel free. If not, contact me around. I'm here to help. And one more thing before I go, two things. First, obviously, Magnific, it's a corporate, it's a big corporate. So we do have the different certifications for enterprises, like the SOC 2 Type 1, ACOA, GDPR, so on and so forth. We do have our own enterprise program. As Christine mentioned, cost can be very, very complicated when you're working in the enterprise. So we do have a product for that. Yeah. In case you want to test the website, please just go to magnific.com. You can use this promo code. It will give you a few thousand credits for, I think it's 3 days. Yeah, just have fun, play with it. You can try to start the system, and probably if you break it, I will be one of those people who wakes up trying to solve it. But just please do. It's going to be fun. Any questions? Yeah. Yes? So the question was if the images were pre-generated or were being generated on the fly, right? They are all generated on the fly. In this case, I am using FAST model, Flax model from Black Forest Lab. So every single image that is being generated, it's live. I'm not faking it. So yeah, I went for a model that is quite fast. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we have jumped that much. Obviously, if you go to models like GPT-2 or Nano Banana Pro, you can go really, really wild. Those are the models that are used in other type of workflows. Like, for example, these, when you want to generate like more complex, like different faces or different perspective of everything, every single thing, you need a model that is more intelligent. That's where models like Nano Banana and GPT that use LLMs underneath, they really, really are good at it. Yeah.
I think first of all, I really like your video. So I'm just wondering, like, do you think the quality of the videos is really depending on like how well structured your prompt is? So like, do you think the quality of the video generated by the platform depends on the well structure of the prompt?
Okay. So the question is prompt important in the video generation, right? Yes, definitely. That's why I show the video from somebody who knows how to do that better than me. Obviously, if you are an average person, I would say myself, you can get quite good videos that are quite good because the models are getting better and better. Actually, I don't know if it's going to work. I think Chronicles of the Bone. Yeah. This is an actual show that some director have built inside the company. It has few million views, and this is the quality. Fully generated by AI. It's no person whatsoever, audio, images, everything. All of this is AI. So we are reaching that level. Can I do that? No, at least not probably in this afternoon. But if you start trying more the LLMs, if you try to work with all the models, you can very, very quickly try to find that soft spot where you can get amazing results with so little. I mean, models like Seedream 2.0 are amazing. And even Happy Horse, they are generating videos that are just next level. So this type of quality, it's out there right now, which is crazy. If I show you my feed, probably because I'm always testing how I can break the models, it's not going to be this nice. So I can tell you that. Yeah. Any other question, guys? Yeah.
You said you were running yours on the computer locally, except for the image generation on the cloud. But as a user, would I also be able to run it locally
Okay, you mean like the infrastructure? Okay, so the question is where do you put the infrastructure if you want to productize the prototype? I will say that from a development point of view, you have two phases. You have the development phase where everything should work probably locally. That's normally what I do. I love Kubernetes, I love Docker, and I try to have as much as possible when I am doing development on my laptop. Why? It's fast, it's secure. If I break something, it breaks on my laptop. But when you want to move from there to a production side, then you need to put it probably on the cloud or bare metal. You don't want external user access in your laptop. You could theoretically build your own servers at home, but I think the complexity is very high, and there are few options out there. I mean, for prototyping, low level, it's quite good, for example. And if you go to companies like AWS or Google Cloud or Azure, you can get a lot of apps that you can just build up there. Does that answer your question? Yeah.
My question is about like how much control you can sort of exert in terms of, if you're just typing your prompt, right? Are you going to get a context of it if you're super detailed, and how do you deal with that? Or like if I have a video like this and I tell like I just want an album specifically on this guy's shoulder at this time stamp, like how consistently can I get those results versus like it regenerates what you see?
Okay, so the question is consistency around through all the different models, right? Consistency and control. Those are the two big questions that hopefully in 2026 can be solved. Reason being is right now it takes a lot of try and error. For example, what I've seen that it happens a lot is that people build with images what you want to create afterwards with the video. So that's why, with the, here. If you see all of these, those are videos, okay? So those, they will not load because my internet is not working that well. All of those are videos. Video generator, bit upscaler, so on and so forth, but all of them started with images. So the cool thing about that is like, you can start, and it's cheaper and faster with a good image as your start frame. You can have a different image as your end frame, and you can iterate. Let's say, for example, I want to change the color or the color of the clothing here. It's way easier to use, let me try it. Again, I'm not sure it's gonna work, but I'm gonna try. So, GPT, I love GPT model, and I'm gonna say change the color of the dress to red. It's gonna take a while, 30 seconds at least. But with this model, what I can do is basically do a small adjustment, and then my next step, it will be instead of using this image for the small video generation, I will use the generated image. So that's the way that people are getting very, very good consistency. So it's just like dividing the problem in different steps, which is actually something that we engineers tend to do, right? It's like we have a big problem, we divide it in different parts, and once we have that, we can work with this differently. So if we give it a moment, it will just probably work quite well and generate it. Meantime, any other question? Yeah?
This workflow is provided by Magnific. The workflow that you're seeing here, this is provided by you guys?
Okay. Yes, they are, for example, I'm just gonna go to spaces. One moment. So, for example, let me see. Yeah. It's gonna take a while, especially for the images, but all of those templates inside spaces are provided by us. You can just go in, check one that adjusts to something that you would like to work with, duplicate it, and start working on it. Okay, sorry. There is a bunch of images here that show you exactly what the workflow are, but right now, like, I'm not reaching enough speed. But yeah, please feel free to use it. I will put afterwards the image again about the promo code. Yes? Good question. Who owns the right for the videos? You do. We are Magnific. We do believe that it's your responsibility, especially if you have a premium account, so on and so forth. It's your responsibility to take care of that. So the right for use those videos are yours. If you are an enterprise, and something that has been asked to us many, many times, is we do not use the generated video to train our models, and for enterprises and so on and so forth, we require our partners to do the same. There is no training on generated videos. I think it's just ethical in that sense. Hey, it's gonna take a moment, but it will be the red dress sometime. It should pop up. Any other question?
How much does it cost to make this video?
In time or money? I really don't know. It is from 10 to 100 times more cheaper than hiring a crew to do it. That's something that we have seen, but it's not going to be like 30 cents. Probably it will take more time. So yeah, regarding what we talk, now we have the lady with the red dress, and only the dress has been changed. So if I open it, and yeah, let me not open it. But yeah, back to the question. It's cheaper, but still, especially when you are running complex, I don't know, an ad like this maybe in the market could be 10,000, 20,000, and probably this will be around the $100. Yeah, especially if you are working with somebody who does know this very well. Any more questions, guys? Sorry? The time, how long it takes? Yeah, the question is how long will it take to render all of this? It depends on the complexity of the workflow. One of the cool things about this type of workflow is like you can work step by step or launch it all together. When you're launching it all together, all the non-dependent requests will try to be solved. That will depend a little bit on the providers. I mean, if OpenAI it's really dying, there is not much that we can do there if they don't have enough GPU. But probably I will say all of the videos and everything rendering, it will be between 5 to 20 minutes if their system it's okay. On our side, we are not doing much. We are holding the request, waiting for the different providers because we don't own the GPUs. Obviously, sometimes all the system fails, and that's why we have the queue system. If it fails, the query will stay saved until it can render and go back to you. To build something like this, probably somebody who knows what he's doing, it can take around half an hour. For me, that my realm is Kubernetes, it will take probably more. 3 times to 5 times more. I'm not experiencing this. Okay. Pleased to meet you. Please find me around. Any question, I will be more than happy to answer to you. Yeah, thank you very much, and may the force be with you.